which will be given back if you do not damage it given. Saved. You saved my life. Protected. A protected animal, plant, area, or building is one that it is illegal to harm or damage. Deposited. A part of the cost of something you are buying that you pay some time before you pay the rest of it. Deposited. Money that you pay when you rent something such as an apartment or car, which will be given back if you do not damage it given. Animated. Showing a lot of interest and energy. Animated. Animated cartoon, film, feature, etc. Vivid. Elastic. A type of rubber material that can stretch and then return to its usual length or size. Buoyant. Sprightly. An old person who is sprightly is still active and full of energy, used to show approval. Brisk. Active. Always busy doing things, especially physical or mental activities. Opposites. Inactive. Active. Involved in an organization or activity and doing lots of practical things to achieve your aims. Active. Operating in a way that is normal or expected. Active. Doing something regularly. Active. An active volcano is likely to erupt at any time. Active. Producing a chemical reaction. Nervous. Worried or frightened about something, and unable to relax, anxious, yes. Industrious. Someone who is industrious works hard. Synonyms. Hard-working. Hard-working. Express. To tell or show what you are feeling or thinking by using words, looks, or actions. Express. To show or describe a particular feeling. Express. To change an amount or quantity into a different form, especially in mathematics. Express. If a woman expresses milk, she presses milk out of her breast in order to feed it to her baby later. Fleet. A group of ships, or all the ships in a navy. Fleet. A group of vehicles that are controlled by one company. Nimble. Able to move quickly and easily with light, neat movements. Synonyms. Agile. Trip. A visit to a place that involves a journey, for pleasure or a particular purpose. Trip. The strange mental experiences someone has when they take a drug such as LSD. Trip. An act of falling as a result of hitting something with your foot. Fleeting. Lasting for only a short time. Synonyms. Brief. Brisk. Apt. Exactly right for a particular situation or purpose. Synonyms. Appropriate. Lithe. Having a body that moves easily and gracefully. Perky. Confident, happy, and active. Fresh. Adding to or replacing something. Fresh. Good or interesting because it has not been done, seen, etc. before. Fresh. Done, experienced, or having happened recently. Fresh. Fresh food has recently been picked or prepared, and is not frozen or preserved. Fresh. Pleasantly clean or cool. Fresh. Pleasant, bright, and clean. Opposites. Dull. Fresh. If the wind is fresh, it is quite cold and strong. Fresh. Full of energy because you are not tired. Lissom. A body that is lissom is thin and graceful. Synonyms. Lithe. Fast. Moving or able to move quickly. Fast. Doing something or happening in a short time. Fast. A clock that is fast shows a later time than the real time. Fast. A color that is fast will not change when clothes are washed. Color fast. Fast. A fast surface is one on which a ball moves very quickly. Quick. Lasting for or taking only a short time. Quick. Moving or doing something fast. Quick. Happening very soon, without any delay. Synonyms. Speedy. Quick. Able to learn and understand things fast. Rapid. Happening or done very quickly and in a very short time. Fast, quick. Speedy. Happening or done quickly or without delay. Synonyms. Quick. Speedy. A speedy car, boat, etc. goes fast. Synonyms: fast, fascinating, extremely interesting, captivating, very attractive and interesting, in a way that holds your attention. Swift-moving, fidgety, unable to stay still, especially because of being bored or nervous. Immediate, happening or done at once and without delay. Immediate, happening just before or just after someone or something else. Prompt, to make someone decide to do something. Prompt, to make people say or do something as a reaction to. Prompt, to help a speaker who pauses, by suggesting how to continue. Prompt, to ask someone to do something on a computer. Prompt, to remind an actor of the next words in a speech. Present, incurable. Chronic, immedicable. Refractory, deliberately not obeying someone in authority and being difficult to deal with or control. Synonyms: unruly. Refractory. A refractory disease or illness is hard to treat or cure. Catching, an illness that is catching is easily passed to other people. Synonyms: infectious. Catching, an emotion or feeling that is catching spreads quickly among people. Infectious. Contagious. A disease that is contagious can be passed from person to person by touch. Infectious. Contagious. A person who is contagious has a disease that can be passed to another person by touch. Infectious. Contagious. If a feeling, attitude, or action is contagious, other people are quickly affected by it and begin to have it or do it. Infectious. Communicable. A communicable disease can be passed on to other people. Synonyms: infectious, communicable, able to be communicated. Pestilence. A disease that spreads quickly and kills a lot of people. Synonyms: plague, bad, unpleasant or likely to cause problems. Bad, low in quality or below an acceptable standard. Bad, low in quality or below an acceptable standard. Bad, not sensible, or not suitable in a particular situation. Bad, morally wrong or evil. Bad, doing something you should not do. Or behaving in a wrong way, used especially about children or pets. Bad, serious or severe. Wicked, behaving in a way that is morally wrong. Synonyms: evil, wicked, behaving badly in a way that is amusing. Worsen. To become worse, or make something worse. Opposites: improve, deteriorate. Infectious. Extending. To continue for a longer period of time, or to make something last longer. Extending. To continue for a particular distance or over a particular area to. Extending. To make a room, building, roads etc. bigger or longer. Make. Extending. To affect or include people, things, or places. Spreading. If something spreads or is spread, it becomes larger or moves so that it affects more people or a larger area. Spreading. To become known about or used by more and more people. Spreading. To open something out or arrange a group of things so that they cover a flat surface. Cover. Spreading. To put a soft substance over a surface, or to be soft enough to be put over a surface. Pervasive. Existing everywhere. Infectious. 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 Portly. Someone who is portly, especially an old man, is fat and round. Bloated. Plump. Slightly fat in a fairly pleasant way, used especially about women or children. Often to avoid saying the word fat. Plump. Round and full in a way that looks attractive. Full-bodied. Bloated. Full of liquid, gas, food etc., so that you look or feel much larger than normal. Look. Bloated. If you describe an organization as bloated, you mean that it is too big and does not work effectively. Flabby. Having an attractive soft loose flesh rather than strong muscles. Flabby. Used to describe something that is weak or not effective. Opposites. Powerful. Obese. Fleshy, meaty. Fleshy, having a lot of flesh. Fleshy, having a soft, thick inner part. Robust, a robust person is strong and healthy. Strong. Robust, a robust system, organization, etc. is strong and not likely to have problems. Robust, a robust object is strong and not likely to break. Synonyms: sturdy, robust, showing determination or strong opinions. Determination, strong. Robust, robust food or flavors have a good strong taste. Strong. Muscular, having large strong muscles. Obese, obese. Sebaceous, relating to a part of the body that produces oil. Adipose, fat. Fatty, stroke. If someone has a stroke, an artery in their brain suddenly bursts or becomes blocked, so that they may die or be unable to use some muscles. Comma. Obese, lymphatic. Quotes. A clear liquid that is formed in your body and passes into your blood system to fight against infection. Treatment. Something that is done to cure someone who is injured or ill. A particular way of behaving towards someone or of dealing with them. Therapy. The treatment of an illness or injury over a fairly long period of time. Variety. A variety of something, the differences within a group, set of actions, etc. that make it interesting. Something. Obese. Persevering. Persistent. Patient. Indefatigable. Determined and never giving up. Synonyms: tireless, determined. Assiduous, very careful to make sure that something is done properly or completely. Synonyms: meticulous, vital, requisite. Cardinal, a priest of high rank in the Roman Catholic Church. Cardinal, a North American bird. The male is a bright red color. Imperative, extremely important and needing to be done or dealt with immediately. Essential. Necessary. Important. Exigent, demanding a lot of attention from other people in a way that is unreasonable. Exigent, an exigent situation is urgent, so that you must deal with it very quickly. Emergent, in the early stages of existence or development, developing. Vital. Material, clothes used for making clothes, curtains, etc. Synonyms: fabric. Material, a solid substance such as wood, plastic, or metal materials like wood or stone. Material, the things that are used for making or doing something. Material, information or ideas used in books, films, etc. Buoyant, happy and confident. Buoyant, buoyant prices, etc. tend to rise. Buoyant, able to float or keep things floating. Vital, living. Lively, someone who is lively, has a lot of energy and is very active. Lively, a place or situation that is lively is exciting because a lot of things are happening. Lively, lively movements or music are very quick and exciting. Lively, a lively discussion, description, etc. is very interesting and involves a lot of ideas. Lively, someone who has a lively mind is intelligent and interested in a lot of things. Lively, very bright. Alive. Live. If you live in a place, you have your home there. Live. A plant or animal that lives in a particular place grows there or has its home there. Live. If you live at a particular time, you are alive then. Live. To be alive or be able to stay alive. Live. To have a particular type of life, or live in a particular way. Repel. If something repels you, it is so unpleasant that you do not want to be near it, or it makes you feel repulsive. Repel. To make someone who is attacking you go away, by fighting them. Repel. To keep something or someone away from you. Counteract. Obviate. To prevent or avoid a problem or the need to do something. Synonyms: eliminate. Foreclose. If a bank forecloses, it takes away someone's property because they have failed to pay back the money that they borrowed from the bank to buy it. money. Avert, to prevent something unpleasant from happening. Preclude, to prevent something or make something impossible. Frustrate, if something frustrates you, it makes you feel annoyed or angry because you are unable to do what you want. Frustrate, to prevent someone's plans, efforts, or attempts from succeeding. Synonyms: foil. Baffle, if something baffles you, you cannot understand or explain it at all. Elude, to escape from someone or something, especially by tricking them. Synonyms: avoid. Elude, if something that you want eludes you, you fail to find or achieve it. Elude, if a fact or the answer to a problem eludes you, you cannot remember or solve it. Synonyms: escape. Impede, to make it difficult for someone or something to move forward or make progress. Obstruct, to block a road, passage, etc. Synonyms: block. Obstruct, to prevent someone from doing something or something from happening, by making it difficult. Synonyms: block. Clog, stop, counteract. Defenses. Obstacle, something that makes it difficult to achieve something. Obstacle, an object which blocks your way, so that you must try to go around it. Curb, interruption. Acute, an acute problem is very serious. An acute feeling is very strong is. Barrage, the continuous firing of guns, drive. Opposite saying of bombs, etc., especially to protect soldiers as they move towards an enemy. Barrage, a lot of criticism, questions, complaints, etc. that are said at the same time, or very quickly one after another. Barrier, rule, problem, etc. that prevents people from doing something, or limits what they can do. Barrier, a type of fence or gate that prevents people from moving in a particular direction. Barrier, a physical object that keeps two areas, people, etc. apart. Restrain. Press, the press, people who write reports for newspapers, radio, or television. Press, reports in newspapers and on radio and television. Hollow, put down. Suppress. Inhibit, to prevent something from growing or developing well. Inhibit, to make someone feel embarrassed or nervous so that they cannot do or say what they want to. Sit on. Subdue, to defeat or control a person or group, especially using force. Subdue, to prevent your emotions from showing or being too strong. Curb, restrain, to stop someone from doing something, often by using physical force. Restrain, to control your own emotions or behavior. Restrain, to control or limit something that is increasing too much. Hollow, having an empty space inside. Hollow, a hollow sound is low and clear like the sound made when you hit something empty. Play chess. Resistance, a refusal to accept new ideas or changes. Resistance, fighting against someone who is attacking you. Resistance, the natural ability of a person, animal, or plant to stop diseases or difficult conditions from harming them. Of. Brake, a piece of equipment that makes a vehicle go more slowly or stop. Encumbrance, something such as a mortgage, lease, or charge on property, that may cause difficulties when the property is passed on to someone else. Interference, an act of interfering. Interference, unwanted noise on the radio, television, or on the telephone, or faults in the television picture. Interference, unwanted noise on the radio, television, or on the telephone, or faults in the television picture. Interruption, to stop someone from continuing what they are saying or doing by suddenly speaking to them, making a noise, etc. Interruption, to make a process or activity stop temporarily. Interruption, if something interrupts a line, surface, view, etc., it stops it from being continuous. Contain, If something such as a bag, box, or place contains something, that thing is inside it. Is. Contain. If a document, book, speech etc. contains something, that thing is included in it. Contain. If a substance contains something, that thing is part of it. Contain. To control strong feelings of anger, excitement strong. Contain. To stop something from spreading or escaping. Containment. The act of keeping something under control, saying opposite saying it becoming more powerful etc. Moderate. Not very large or very small, very hot or very cold, very fast or very slow etc. Moderate. Having opinions or beliefs, especially about politics, that are not extreme and that most people consider reasonable. Opposites. Extreme. Moderate. Staying within reasonable or sensible limits. Opposites. Immoderate. Withhold to refuse to give someone something. Withhold to refuse to let someone have something. Curb. To control or limit something in order to prevent it from having a harmful effect. Curb. An influence which helps to control or limit something. Allay. Conciliate. To do something to make people more likely to stop arguing, especially by giving them something they want. Get under. Extenuate. Curbstone. Curb. Curb. Minimize. Shorten. To become shorter or make something shorter. Opposites. Lengthen. Cut down. Diminish. Reduce. Knock off. Fall short. Fall. To move or drop down from a higher position to a lower position. Fall. To suddenly go down onto the ground after you have been standing, walking, or running, especially without. Fall. To go down to a lower level, amount, price etc., especially a much lower one. Abate. To become less strong or decrease. Synonyms. Subside. Decrease. To become less or go down to a lower level, or to make something do this. Come down. Reduce. To make something smaller or less in size, amount, or price. Reduce. If you reduce a liquid, or if it reduces, you boil it so that there is less of it. Minimize. To reduce something that is difficult, dangerous, or unpleasant to the smallest possible amount or degree. Opposites. Maximize. Minimize. To make something seem less serious or important than it really is. Synonyms. Play. Minimize. To make a document or program on your computer very small when you are not using it but still want to keep it open. Opposites. Maximize. Lessen. To become smaller in size, importance, or value, or make something do this, make. Pull in. Diminish. Detract. Belittle. To make someone or something seem small or unimportant. Play down. Pare. To cut off the outer layer of something, using a sharp knife. Pare. To reduce the amount, number, or size of something as much as you can. Diminish. To become or make something become smaller or less. Synonyms. Reduce. Diminish. To deliberately make someone or something appear less important or valuable than they really are. Rate. Subside. If a feeling, pain, sound etc. subsides, it gradually becomes less and then stops. Synonyms. Die down. Subside. If a building or an area of land subsides, it gradually sinks to a lower level. Subside. If bad weather conditions subside, they gradually return to a normal state. Subside. If water, especially flood water, subsides, it gradually goes underground or back to a normal level. Slack. Hanging loosely, or not pulled tight. Opposites. Taut. Slack. With less business activity than usual. Synonyms. Slow. Slack. Not taking enough care or making enough effort to do things correctly, used to show disapproval. Synonyms. Careless. Slacken. to gradually become slower, weaker, less active, etc., or to make something do this. Slacken, to make something looser, or to become looser. Opposites. Tighten. Wane. If something such as power, influence, or a feeling wanes, it becomes gradually less strong or less important. Wane. When the moon wanes, you gradually see less of it. Opposites. Wax. Wane. On the wane, becoming smaller, weaker, or less important. Dwindle, to gradually become less and less or smaller and smaller. Smash. To break into pieces violently or noisily, or to make something do this by doctor oppositesing, throwing, or hitting it. Become. Smash. To hit an object or surface violently, or to make something do this. Smash. To destroy something such as a political system or criminal organization. Disrupt. Break up. Shatter. To break suddenly into very small pieces, or to make something break in this way. Shatter. To completely destroy or ruin something such as someone's beliefs or life. Crumble up. Upset. Unhappy and worried because something unpleasant or disappointing has happened. Entangle. To make something become twisted and caught in a rope, net, etc. Entangle. To involve someone in an argument, a relationship, or a situation that is difficult to escape from. Opposites. Disentangle. Alternate. If something happens on alternate days, weeks, etc., it happens on one day, etc., and not the next, and continues in this pattern. Two alternate things are placed one after the other in a regular pattern. Overset. Overturn. If you overturn something, or if it overturns, it turns upside down or falls over on its side. Disorder. A mental or physical illness which prevents part of your body from working properly. Disorder. A situation in which a lot of people behave in an uncontrolled, noisy, or violent way in public. Disorder. A situation in which things or people are very untidy or disorganized. Opposites. Order. Disrupt. Ransack. To go through a place, stealing things and causing damage. To search a place very thoroughly, often making it untidy. Disrupt. Retard. To delay the development of something, or to make something happen more slowly than expected. Synonyms. Slow down. Impede. To make it difficult for someone or something to move forward or make progress. Let, to allow someone to do something. Harass. To make someone's life unpleasant, for example by frequently saying offensive things to them or threatening them. Harass. To keep attacking an enemy again and again. Jade. A hard, usually green, stone often used to make jewelry. Jade. The light green color of jade. Infest. Infested. If insects, rats, etc. infest a place, there are a lot of them and they usually cause damage. Infest. Infested. If a place is infested with things or people you do not want. There are too many of them there. Overdo. Persecute. To treat someone cruelly or unfairly over a period of time. Especially because of their religious or political beliefs. Persecute. To deliberately cause difficulties for someone by annoying them often. Synonyms. Harass. Chivy. To try to make someone do something more quickly, especially in an annoying way. Overdo. Tire. To start to feel tired, or make someone feel tired. Fatigue. Very great tiredness. Synonyms. Exhaustion. Fatigue. A weakness in metal or wood, caused when it is bent or stretched many times, which is likely to make it break. Comma. Exhaust. To make someone feel extremely tired. Exhaust. A pipe on a car or machine that waste gases pass through. Attenuate. To make something weaker or less. Overdo. Annoy. Bother. To make the effort to do something. Bother. To make someone feel slightly worried, upset, or concerned. Bother. To annoy someone, especially by interrupting them when they are trying to do something. Molest. To attack or harm someone, especially a child, by touching them in a sexual way or by trying to have sex with them. Synonyms: abuse. Pester, to annoy someone, especially by asking them many times to do something. Rub, to move your hand, or something such as a cloth, backwards and forwards over a surface while pressing firmly hand. Rub, to make something press against something else and move it around. Overdo. 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 Go too far. Overplay. Overstate. To talk about something in a way that makes it seem more important, serious, etc. than it really is. Synonyms: exaggerate. Opposites: understate. Overdo, to do something more than is suitable or natural. Overdo, to use too much of something. Overdraw, if you are overdrawn or if your bank account is overdrawn. You have spent more than you had in your account and so you owe the bank money. Overpitch. Skip. Scamper, to run with quick short steps, like a child or small animal too. Frisk. Skip. Skip. Brisk. Quick and full of energy. Quick, practical, and showing that you want to get things done quickly. Trade or business that is brisk is very busy, with a lot of products being sold. Carve. To make an object or pattern by cutting a piece of wood or stone. Carve. To cut a pattern or letter on the surface of something. Carve. To succeed in getting the job, position, life, etc. that you want. Carve. If a river, the wind, etc. carves land or rock, it removes some of it. Carve. To reduce the size of something by removing some of it. Turn on a lathe. Skip. Frisk. To search someone for hidden weapons, drugs, etc. by feeling their body with your hands. Frisk. If a young animal frisks, it runs and jumps playfully. Synonyms: skip. Brag, to talk too proudly about what you have done, what you own, etc., used to show disapproval. Synonyms: boast. Skip. Skip. Recommend. Consult. To ask for information or advice from someone because it is their job to know something. Consult. To discuss something with someone so that you can make a decision together. Confer. To discuss something with other people, so that everyone can express their opinions and decide on something. Confer. To look for information in a book, map, list, etc. See. Advise. To tell someone what you think they should do, especially when you know more than they do about something. Advise. To be employed to give advice on a subject about which you have special knowledge or skill. Recommend. Parley, a discussion in which enemies try to achieve peace. Recommend. Recommend. Trigger. Trigger. Hammer, a tool with a heavy metal part on a long handle, used for hitting nails into wood. A tool like this with a wooden head used to make something flat, make a noise, etc. Horse. Trigger. Knight. A man with a high rank in the past who was trained to fight while riding a horse. Steed. A strong, fast horse. Roadster. G. Trigger. Chronic. A chronic disease or illness is one that continues for a long time and cannot be cured. A chronic problem is one that continues for a long time and cannot easily be solved. Infectious. An infectious illness can be passed from one person to another, especially through the air you breathe. Through. Someone who is infectious has an illness and could pass it to other people. Infectious feelings or laughter spread quickly from one person to another. Obese. Very fat in a way that is unhealthy. Persistent. Continuing to exist or happen, especially for longer than is usual or desirable. Continuing to do something, although this is difficult, or other people warn you not to do it. Vital. Extremely important and necessary for something to succeed or exist. Full of energy in a way that is exciting and attractive. Avoid. To prevent something bad from happening. To stay away from someone or something, or not use something. Counteract. To reduce or prevent the bad effect of something, by doing something that has the opposite effect. Curb. To control or limit something in order to prevent it from having a harmful effect. An influence which helps to control or limit something. Diminish. To become or make something become smaller or less. Disrupt. To prevent something from continuing in its usual way by causing problems. Maintain. To make something continue in the same way or at the same standard as before. To make a level or rate of activity, movement, etc. stay the same. Overdo. To do something more than is suitable or natural. To use too much of something. Stimulate. To encourage or help an activity to begin or develop further. Opposites. Suppress. To encourage someone by making them excited about and interested in something. To make a plant or part of the body become active or stronger. Opposites. Suppress. Suppress. To stop people from. Opposites. Opposing the government, especially by using force. If important information or opinions are suppressed, people are prevented from knowing about them, even if they have a right to know. To stop yourself from showing your feelings. Eliminate. To completely get rid of something that is unnecessary or unwanted. Eradicate. Overeat. To eat too much, or eat more than is healthy. Eat. Skip. To not read, mention, or deal with something that would normally come or happen next. Informal. To not do something that you usually do or that you should do. Synonyms. Miss. To go from one subject to another in no fixed order. To move forward with quick steps and jumps. Recommend. To advise someone to do something, especially because you have special knowledge of a situation or subject. Quotes. To say that something or someone is good, or suggest them for a particular purpose or job. Trigger. To make something such as a bomb or electrical system start to operate. Synonyms. Set off. To make something happen very quickly, especially a series of events.